Hello, Namaste. Today in this video, I will provide you a concept of elementary coordinate geometry. This is internalized as the unit 2 of BIT first sem mathematics first. I hope this video will be helpful for all of my students who are going to appear in the final examination in this pandemic situation. And in this video, under the title Elementary Coordinate Geometry, I will talk about the title, the conic section, translation of axis, equation of a conic in polar coordinates, and these are the topics. And under the title, the conic section, we shortly talk about parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola. And then we will run through translation of axis and then equation of a conic in polar coordinates. Okay, so begin our main title, the conic section. First of all, we define conic definition. If a point moves so that its distance from a fixed point bears a constant ratio to its distance from a fixed line, the curve described is called a conic. Okay, observe this figure. Consider S as a fixed point and Mn is a fixed line. Then the locus of a point P, this point P, which bears a ratio Ps by Pm equal to constant. Then the curve traced by the locus of point P is known as the conic section. Okay, in this figure, if S is a fixed point, Mn is a fixed line, and P is a point moving in such a way that Ps by Pm equal to constant, the curve traced by P is conic. Okay, let's redefine some terms. Eccentricity. The constant ratio Ps by Pm throughout the definition of conic section, this ratio Ps by Pm, constant ratio. The constant ratio Ps by Pm of conic is called eccentricity and is denoted by E. Focus. The fixed point S is called the focus. Directrix. The fixed line Mn is called the directrix. Axis. The straight line passing through the focus and perpendicular to the directrix is called the axis of conic. Vertex. The intersection of the curve and the axis is called the vertex. Now, in examination, you will see short question. When does conic will be ellipse, parabola or hyperbola? For this purpose, I suggest you to memorize this point. If E equal to 1, the conic is called a parabola. If E is smaller than 1, the conic is called an ellipse. If E is larger than 1, the conic is called a hyperbola. Note that E is a non-negative quantity and will be always greater than 0. Why? This is the ratio of distance. Okay. From these slides, I suggest you will be able to answer one short question. Define conic. When does it become parabola? Or define conic. When does it becomes ellipse? And another question. Define conic. When does it becomes hyperbola? For this purpose, simply you will write the definition of conic from this section and state is where if E equal to 1, conic becomes parabola. If E is smaller than 1, conic is called an ellipse, and if E is larger than 1, the conic is called a hyperbola. Okay, let's begin parabola. Now we will start the parabola, and in this video strictly I will teach you the problem related to parabola and some derivation strictly related to the those students who are going to appear examination through the Purvanchal University for the BIT program first semester is a math first. Okay, parabola. First of all, we define parabola. You already familiar with parabola in the conic section while we define conic. At that time, we also define parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola. So, further see, we may define as a parabola is the locus of point which is equidistant from a fixed point called the focus and a fixed line called directrix. Standard equation of parabola. Okay, let's we drive here standard equation of parabola. Okay, how it will be derived. Okay, look at this picture. First of all, we sketch the picture as shown on your screen. Here, the curve parabola is denoted by red color. That is a curve of parabola y square equal to 4ax. This equation is known as the standard equation of parabola. To derive the standard equation of parabola, we locate whose vertex at the intersection of axes at origin. The coordinate of A will be 0, 0 and fixed point lies on x-axis and as a fixed point S A0 that is namely called focus and there is also a fixed line called directrix. Here mz or zm is the equation line of directrix and the equation of this line will be x equal to minus a. Why? First of all, think we must keep the equidistance between directrix and focus from the vertex. So note that Az equal to As in magnitude. Okay, throughout this figure, I will explain here. Let S be focus. Okay, now we will simply describe the terms from this figure. So I suggest you first of all draw this figure on your copy, then start to explain. Let S be focus and Zm the directrix of the parabola. Sz perpendicular to Zm. Draw this line and so that making the distance SA equal to Az. I had already mentioned that the distance between directrix and vertex and the distance between vertex and focus must be equal. So SA equal to Az. We choose in such a manner. Consider PXYB point on parabola. Let AS equal to A. So that thus the coordinate of Z, A and S are respectively becomes minus A comma 0, 0, 0 and A comma 0. Okay. Now equation of directrix is x plus A equal to 0. Why? The line of directrix is a unit apart from the origin on the left side, or that means on our figure it's occur in the left side of y-axis. Its value will be x equal to minus a. Always abscissa will be constant. So equation of the directrix will be x plus a equal to 0. Now by the definition of parabola we have PS equal to PM. Why? Remember once again, when does conic become parabola? If the we already noted that PS by PM, that is constant ratio, is equal to 1. If PS by PM equal to 1, that means PS is equal to PM. So this can be written as PS square equal to PM square. Okay, for simplicity we write in the squaring value. Okay, now calculate the distance PS and PM from the coordinate. Look at the picture here. What will be the distance of PS? The coordinate of P are x, y and s are a, comma 0. So distance will be x minus a whole square plus y minus 0 whole square and whole square root. That means PS square will be x minus a whole square plus y square. Similarly, for the distance of PM, you may choose What will be the distance of M? First of all, note that coordinate of M will be minus a comma 0. Sorry, a minus a comma y. Why? The M is lies on the directrix, and in directrix equation of directrix is x equal to minus a. That means abscissa of all points on this line is minus a. So first coordinate or abscissa of M will be minus a. For ordinate, second coordinate, P and M are in the equidistance from the x-axis. So ordinate of M will be same as the ordinate of Y. So distance of PM will be x plus a whole square. Okay, x plus a whole square को square root of x plus a whole square. So you will see here Ps equal to Pm will turn in the form x minus a whole square plus y square equal to x plus a whole square. This is taken from the using distance formula. I hope you are familiar with the distance formula. Now, after applying some algebraic tools, after some simplification, you will see that y square equal to 4ax, and I hope you will be able to derive this equation easily. This equation is known as the standard equation of parabola. Now, here I will mention some result on parabola, listed some important result on parabola. Especially we state here coordinate of vertex and equation of directrix for the different form of parabola. Okay, let's see. First of all, result 1 for the equation y square equal to 4ax. That is the standard equation of parabola which already derived, and we are familiar with the all component. I hope you also memorize. Okay, once again see that this type of graph will occur for this curve y square equal to 4ax, and there are labeled different component. Okay, in this figure vertex will be origin 0 0, focus will be a comma 0, and equation of directrix will be x plus a equal to 0, and y you see y square equal to minus 4ax. Then what will happen? At that time its focus lies on the negative side of x-axis. So that means curve simply the turn opposite to y-axis. Okay, at that time you will write vertex is 0 0, focus is minus a comma 0, and equation of directrix will be x minus a equal to 0. Okay, or simply you will compare. At that time always you keep 4 is positive, so the what will be the value of a. Okay, now length of lateral rectum of this curve will be 4 times a. What is length of lateral rectum? Length of lateral rectum means length of a curve which passes through the focus and perpendicular to axis of parabola. Such a line is known as length of lateral rectum. Its length will be 4 times a, and end point of lateral rectum are a comma 2a on above the x-axis, and below the x-axis a comma minus 2a. Okay, now result 2, if the equation of parabola will be x square equal to 4by. First of all, see what type of graph will occur. The curve will be concave upward. Okay, concave upward. Remember that if you see x square, then curve will be either concave upward or concave downward. But remember that if x square equal to 4by, that means if the value of b is positive, it will be concave upward. If value of b is negative, it will be concave downward. I only talk about the standard form x square equal to 4 by curve concave upward. So vertex will be origin, focus will be 0, b, equation of directrix will be y plus b equal to 0, and length of lateral rectum in this case will be 4 times b. Once again, I suggest you to try to remember all those results mentioned here, result 1, result 2, and became to we turn to result 3rd. For the equation y minus a whole square plus 4a times x minus s, that is the equation of parabola whose axis is parallel to x axis and center at whose vertex is at a point sk. Okay, the graph of this curve will seems look like this. Picture is shown on your screen. The curve traced by red color is the equation of the parabola, or that is the curve of parabola, and its focus will be s a plus s comma k, and equation of directrix will be the equation of this line z prime. Okay, see the different component whose vertex is sk. Focus will be s plus a comma k, and equation of directrix will be x equal to s minus a, and length of lateral rectum will be 4 times a. Okay, try to memorize this result. Result 4. For the equation x minus s whole square equal to 4by minus k, that is the another form of parabola. In this case, parabola will be the axis of parabola will be parallel to y-axis, and curve will be either concave upward or concave downward. So figure will looks like this. The graph of this curve will be as shown on your screen on the picture. Okay, in this case vertex will be sk, focus will be s comma k plus b, and equation of directrix y equal to k minus b, and length of lateral rectum will be 4 times b. Okay, I strongly recommended you try to remember all these 4 results on your examination point of view. Okay, see result 5. The point 80 square comma 280 always lies on the parabola y square equal to 4ax, where t is any parameter. So we call 80 square comma 280 are the parametric coordinate of the parabola y square equal to 4ax. This coordinate will be sometime will be helpful for us. Okay, whatever the value of t you will choose, then you will find the coordinate lies on the parabola using this formula at square comma 2at. Okay, result 6. The line y equal to mx plus a by m is always a tangent to the parabola y square equal to 4ax. In another language, the line y equal to mx plus c will be tangent to the parabola y square equal to 4ax if c equal to a by m. Okay, result 7. The equation of tangent to the parabola y square equal to 4ax at a point x1 y1 is given by y1 equal to 2a times x plus x1, and another, the equation of tangent to the parabola x square equal to 4by at a point x1 y1 is given by x1 equal to 2b times y plus y1. Okay, I hope you will memorize all these results, then you will try to solve the problem later shown in this video. Okay, now I will talk about some solved problem. Okay, these problems are basic problems on parabola, and hope you will also practice to this problem repeatedly, and after that you will be able to solve the problem while you will see on the self exercise section. Okay, question. Find the coordinates of the focus, the vortex, the equation of the directrix, the length of the lateral sectum of the parabola y square plus 4x plus 2y minus 15 equal to 0. Okay, before starting the solution, you must remember the which form will be the parabola is in the result 1 or result 2 or result 3 or result 4. First of all, think here degree of y is 2 and degree of x is 1. So it seems the equation of parabola will be the if we draw the curve will be whose axis is the line parallel to y axis or x axis. Things one, in this case here is y square. That seems y square equal to 4x times. That means parallel to x axis. Exactly y minus k whole square equal to 4ax minus s. So first of all try to change. Okay, given equation. This equation can be written as, okay, that is given equation. After some step of simplification, you will be able to write this equation in the form y plus 1 whole square equal to minus 4 times x minus 4. Okay, now you may compare this equation with y minus k whole square equal to 4ax minus s. Then you will get the value of k equal to minus 1, s equal to 4 and a equal to minus 1. Thus, focus of the parabola will be, in this case, I suggest you to once again remember result 3, look like same, so it's focus will be s plus a comma k, that is 3 comma minus 1. You will easily get, substitute the value of s, a and k, you will get coordinate of focus is 3 comma minus 1. Vertex of the parabola sk, that is 4 comma minus 1, and equation of directrix is x equal to s minus a. Substituting the value, you will see that x minus 5 equal to 0, and length of lateral sectum is 4a, that is 4. Note that always give the length of lateral sectum as a positive value. Why? Length of lateral sectum, that means it's a distance, so we always write 4a is a positive value. Directly when you compare here, you will see that 4a equal to, comparing this, okay, y plus 1 whole square equal to minus 4 x minus 4 and y minus k whole square equal to 4ax minus s. At that time, think that what will be the value of 4a? You will see value of 4a is minus 4. But in the case of lateral sectum, it's the distance, so we write 4a equal to 4. Some writer use modulus signs to denote the length of lateral sectum. I have omitted here. I simply write 4a. If you enter, you can write this lateral sectum is absolute 4a. Then you will easily show that it will be positive quantity will be understood. Okay. Now another question. So that y equal to mx plus c will be tangent to the parabola y square equal to 4ax if c equal to a by m. Also so that y1 equal to 2ax plus x1 is the equation of tangent at point x1 y1. For this purpose, uh, if the line y equal to mx plus c intersect the parabola y square equal to 4ax, we must have mx plus c whole square equal to 4ax. Why? Simply substitute the value of y from the equation of line to the equation of curve y square equal to 4ax. Okay, it's easy. Here y equal to mx plus c, that is value of y. From this first equation y equal to mx plus c, you will substitute the value of y in the second equation y square equal to 4ax, here equation of parabola. Then it will be the form mx plus c whole square equal to 4ax. And after simplifying this equation, you will reach at this form: m square x square plus 2x times mc minus 2a plus c square. I hope you are familiar with algebraic expansion, so you will be able to derive in this form simply expansion. Then this equation is quadratic in x. Okay, so this equation will have two roots. Okay, this equation is quadratic in x and it will have two roots. But remember that we are talking about tangent. That means root of this equation must be constant. Okay, so if the line is tangent to the parabola, then two roots of above equation must constant, and hence we must have mc minus 2a whole square equal to m square c square. Why? Simply think the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 in general will have constant roots if b square equal to 4ac. So in this case, what is the value of b square? That is 2 times mc minus 2a whole square. That is 4 times mc minus 2a whole square. And what will be the value of 4 ab? That will be 4, value of a is m square, and 4c. 4 b square equal to 4ac. That means a is m square and c is c square. So 4 will be removed or eliminated. So simply you will write mc minus 2a whole square equal to m square c square. This will gives, after simplification you will see that c equal to a by m. So we derive the required condition. The line y equal to mx plus c will be tangent to the parabola y square equal to 4ax if c equal to a by m, which is the required condition. And hence we also may conclude that y equal to mx plus a by m is the tangent to the parabola y square equal to 4ax. Now for second part we have to derive the equation of tangent y1 equal to 2a times x plus x1. To derive this equation we will go through this result. Okay, since y equal to mx plus a by m is the tangent to the parabola y square equal to 4ax, we have point of contact is, if you solve these two equations, y equal to mx plus a by m and y square equal to 4ax, you will find the value of x. There will be two values, x1 equal to a by m square and y1 equal to 2a by m. Okay, while you will solve, you will get the point of contact x1, y1. Simply when you will solve these two equations, you will find the value of x is a by m square and y is 2a by m. So assume these 2 points are x1 and y1. So we have to derive the equation of tangent at a point x1 and y1. Therefore, from this y1 equal to 2a by m, you may write m equal to 2a by y1. Substituting the values on y equal to mx plus a by m, in this equation you will simply put the value of m is equal to 2a by y1. Then you will get y1 equal to 2a times x plus x1. And remember one thing, x1, y1 is again the point of parabola y square equal to 4ax. So y1 square equal to 4ax, and this is also required to derive this statement. I hope you will be able to derive this result. If you become unable, I suggest you once consult with your books, or if you feel troubling, feel free to contact me. Okay. Now another problem is here. The chain of a transmission bridge hangs in the form of a parabola whose axis is vertical. In the case of a certain bridge, the chain hangs symmetrically with a span of 1 centimeter and a depth of 13 meter. Find the lateral rectum of the parabola and the angle of inclination to the horizon at each end of the chain. To solve this problem, first of all we noted that whose axis is vertical, whose axis is vertical. So we consider the equation of parabola whose axis is y-axis. If the axis of parabola will be y-axis, at that time equation of parabola will be of the form x square equal to 4by. From the information provided on this question, we may construct the figure as shown on your screen. This curve concave upward x square equal to 4by, and here since question is mentioning that here you will see the depth of 13 meter and span is 170 meter. That means the through the span there is two parts. Since the parabola is symmetrically divided by y-axis, so span in the right side of y-axis will be 85 meter and on the left side will be 85 meter. So I only mention here 85 is the distance from S to intersection of that span line and curve x square equal to 4by. Think that here is the origin and this side will be 13, so coordinate of S will be 0, 13, and this is the span on right side and S to another left side. Here is 85. Why? Total span length of this chord on parabola is 170, then half of it will be 85. And also I suggest you to note that the point at the intersection of the curve and the span on the first quadrant, that is throughout the right side of y-axis, that is intersection point. See, I hope you will see here, which is indicated by the cursor. Okay, where we will see cursor at that time, what will be the coordinate of that point? Okay, where is the cursor? At that point, when coordinate will be, whose coordinate will be 13 and SSI will be 85. That means 85, 13. And consider this point as x1, y1. Since we have to also talk about the angle of inclination at the horizon. So in this parabola we have x equal to 85 meter and y equal to 30 meter as a coordinate at this point where is the cursor of the mouse is indicated. You may also write x1 equal to 85 meter and y1 equal to 13 meter. For simplicity, I mention here x equal to 85 and y equal to 13 meter because we have to find the length of lateral rectum. So hence length of lateral rectum will be 4b. That is from the equation of parabola x square to 4by. That means 4b equal to x square by y. So value of x square by y. Values of x is 85 and y is 13. So 85 square by 13, that is equal to 555.77 meter. That is the length of lateral rectum. Further, we have to find the angle of inclination at horizon. We know equation of tangent will be x1 equal to 2by plus y1. Okay, in this equation, the angle of inclination is the slope of the tangent line, and this will be the equation of tangent. Okay, so to derive the equation of tangent, simply put x1 equal to 85 and y1 equal to 13. Okay, so first of all, this equation of tangent can be rewritten as y equal to x1 by 2a minus y1. So slope of this tangent line will be coefficient of x, that is x1 by 2a. So that is slope is denoted by tan theta equal to x1 by 2a. Okay, simply substitute. For our simplicity, we multiply numerator and denominator both by 2. Then it will be 2x1 by 4a. And 2x1 is the span and 4 4 times A is the length of latex. Total spans of bridge is 170 meter, and length of latex sectum is here 555.77 meter. So substituting this value, it will be the 170 divided by 555.77, and finally this will be 0.3059 approx. So what will the value of theta? If you have calculator, use it, you will see value of theta will be approximately 70 degree. Otherwise, you may write theta equal to 10 inverse 0.3059, which is the angle of inclination. Or simply, if you are using calculator, you will see its value will be nearly 17 degree, from which we obtain theta approximately equal to 17 degree. Okay, this completes the required solution of this problem. Now we'll start another section, ellipse. Before starting ellipse, I again suggest you to remember to define what is the cone. When does it comes? Parabola or ellipse or hyperbola. And remember different types of parabola and their component. And also try to solve the problem is shown on the our solve problems here. Okay, I suggest you to practice this type of problem almost in the examination throughout the parabola session. If you are asked any question, that will be you have to find vortex, equation of directrix, etc. So I suggest you to practice a lot of, and at the end of this video you will see the practice question as your self exercise. And if you feel I need this material as a PDF matter, you may directly ask me on my contact information provided on my email. Okay, then you will also be able to get the related material. Okay, now we go to next section, ellipse. Okay, we shortly discuss about ellipse in this section. First of all, definition. An ellipse is the locus of a point which moves so that the sum of its distance from two fixed points is a constant. Okay, the two fixed points are called foci of the ellipse. Okay, this picture is represent the standard graph of ellipse. Here are different components are mentioned. Minor axis, that is vertical line, and major axis, that is horizontal line, and vertex are there two on the right side and left side, and center and focus on both sides, and x, y, b any arbitrary coordinate. Okay, throughout this figure you may derive the standard equation of ellipse as in the form x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. But in our syllabus, it's not necessary to derive the equation. You only to remember the different form of ellipse, and comparing them, you will find the different component: foci, center, length of major axis, length of minor axis, and coordinate of vertices, and equation of directrix, etc. throughout the numerical problem. So I suggest you have to remember upcoming result on ellipse. Okay, some important result of an ellipse. For the ellipse, x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1, with a is larger than b and both are non-negative. Center will be origin and vertex will be plus minus a comma 0, and focus will be plus minus a comma 0. Here e is the eccentricity. On your mind it will seem what will be the value of e is smaller than 1 for ellipse. Throughout the conic definition we already talked. So how to find e? To compute e, that is eccentricity, you may use this formula, square root of 1 minus b square by a square. And Length of major axis will be 2 times A and minor axis will be 2 times B. And length of lateral septum is 2B square by A. Okay. I suggest you to remember those results. And equation of directrix is given by x equal to plus minus A divided by E. Now, another form of ellipse, previous form is also known as standard form, and another form is for the ellipse x square by A square plus y square by B square equal, with B is larger than A and both are non-negative. In previous result, A is larger than B. In this result, B is larger than A. Then what will happen? As in previous section, center will be 0 0, that's same, and vertex will be in this case 0 comma plus minus B, because its major axis is y axis. In previous result, major axis is x axis, and focus will be 0 plus minus B. And eccentricity will be given by equal to 1 square root of 1 minus A square by B square. And length of major axis is 2 times B and minor axis is 2 times A. Length of lateral septum is given by 2 times A square whole divided by B. And equation of directrix in this case will be y equal to positive negative B by E. Now, another form of ellipse x minus s whole square by A square plus y minus k whole square by B square, whose center is Sk. In this case, if A is larger than B and both are non-negative, in this case center will be Sk, vertex will be s plus minus A comma k, focus, that is forces, are s plus minus A comma k, and eccentricity will be equal to 1 minus B square by A square, same as in the first result. In major axis will be 2 times A and minus axis is 2 times B as in the first case. And length of lateral septum will be 2 times B square divided by as in the first case. Okay. Now, equation of directrix will be x equal to s plus minus A by E. In this case, and another form of ellipse will be x minus s whole square by A square minus y minus k whole square by B square equal to 1, with B larger than A and both are non-negative. In this case, center is Sk and vertex will be s comma k plus minus B, and focus will be s comma k plus minus B, and eccentricity will be square root of 1 minus A square by B square. Major axis length will be 2 times B and my length of minor axis will be 2 times A, and length of lateral septum is given by 2 times A square whole divided by B. And equation of directrix is y equal to k positive negative B by E. Note that in ellipse there are two directrix, so we will see a positive and negative. Only you have to remember this result and apply this result while you solving problem. Okay. Now, in examination you will see the some question in these types. Find the center, vertex, foci, length of lateral septum, length of major and minor axis, equation of directrix of ellipse. Okay. Here given equation is 9x square plus 4y square minus 18x minus 16y minus 11 equal to 0. And throughout the on your mind it will seems that this will the general, this equation in seems general form, so this vertex will be the what, and center is the sk. To compute the values of required component, first of all you will rewrite this given equation as 9 times x square minus 2x plus 1. Why? First of all, you will arrange the term having x one side. That means 9x square minus 18x. But you have to make it perfect square. Why? On the result you will see here. Perfect square. X minus x whole square. Y minus k whole square. So, while solving problem, you will try to make perfect square. So, 9x square minus 18x taking 9 common, it will be x square minus 2x. But to make perfect square, x square minus 2x, then adding plus 1. That means that is 9. Then it will be the perfect square. And on this side, you have added 9. And 4y square minus 16y, taking 4 is common, y square minus 4y. To make perfect square, you will add 4 here. That means 4 4s are 16. So you must add these values on another side. So algebraically, we will be able to write this in form. And finally, this equation will be turns in this form: x minus 1 whole square by 4 plus y minus 2 whole square by 9 equal to 1. And which is the form of x minus s whole square by a square plus y minus k whole square by b square equal to 1. Here a square equal to 4, b square equal to 9. That means b is larger than a. So comparing with x minus s whole square by a square plus y minus k whole square b square equal to 1, you will get s equal to 1, k equal to a square equal to 4, b square equal to 9. Since b is greater than a, the major axis is parallel to the y-axis. So center will be s k 1 comma 2, vertex will be s comma k plus minus b, that is 1 comma 2 plus minus 3 a, that is 1 comma 5 and 1 comma minus 1. And further, eccentricity is given by the formula E equal to 1 minus a square b square whole square root, that is square root of 1 minus 4 by 9. After solving, you will see that root 5 by 3, that is the value of E. So focus will be s comma k plus minus b e. Substituting the value of s, k, b and e, you will easily get the values of focus, coordinate of focus. And for the length of major axis, that is 2 times b, it is 6, and length of minor axis 2 times a, that is 4. And length of lateral sector is given by the formula 2 times a square divided by b, that is 8 by 3. And equation of directricity is given by the formula y equal to k plus minus b by e. That will be 2 plus minus 3 whole divided by root 5 by 3. After simplifying, you will see that y equal to, equation of directricity is y equal to 2 plus minus 9 by root 5. Okay, now we will see another question. Find eccentric, center and foci of ellipse. Okay, given equation, and this equation can be rewritten as 9x square. There is no another x term, so we simply write 9x square, but there is another term in y. There are two terms, 5y square minus 13y. Taking 5 as common, it will be y square minus 6y. To make perfect square, you will add plus 9. To adjust the value, 5 9s are 40. So you will write 45 on right side. Okay, this is the simple algebraic simplification, and it will be 9x square plus 5y minus 3 whole square equal to 45. This can be rewritten as x square by 5 plus y minus 3 whole square by 9 equal to 1. Now comparing with this equation, x minus s whole square by a square plus y minus k whole square by b square equal to 1, we will get the value a square equal to 5, b square equal to 9, s equal to 0, k equal to 3, and here values of b is greater than a, so major axis of the ellipse is parallel to y-axis. Now eccentricity, calculate E equal to, using formula you will get value of eccentricity as 2 by 3. Substituting value, the coordinate of center s k, the coordinate of foci is given by, if you substitute the values on formula, you will get the required result. And that is the last problem on ellipse. And I suggest again you have to practice a lot of, and at the end of this video you will see the some practice question. I also recommend you to practice those questions. Okay, let's begin another section. And before starting another session, here is one problem. Okay, I suggest, I already mentioned that, sorry for that. I think the slides on this are ended, but here is one more slide and one more question. Okay, look at this question. A satellite is to be placed into an elliptical orbit about the Earth having a minimum altitude of 640 km and maximum altitude of 3520 km. Assuming that the center of the Earth is located at on focus and that the radius of Earth is 6400 km, find the equation describing the path provided by the satellite. Okay, to solve this problem, you may consider the figure is shown on your screen. Let the orbit of the satellite be as shown in above figure. Then let S prime be the center of the Earth. Then the distance between S prime and the closest vertex A prime is, that is assume C, some scalar distance, that will be throughout the equation 6400 plus 640 equal to 7040 km, and hence value of C square equal to 49.6 into 10 to the power 6 km in this form. And also 2 times it, that is major axis of the ellipse, that is major axis of ellipse is the distance equal to 640 plus 12800 plus 3520. Why? 640 is one component and 2 times that will be distance from the O to S and O to S prime, and 3520 is the maximum distance. So that will be 16960 km, and so the value of A will be 8480, and you may write A square equal to 71.9 into 10 to the power 6. You calculate A square. Now we have to calculate B square. For this, use formula B square equal to A square minus C square. Then the value of B square will be as shown on screen. That is 22.3 into 10 to the power 6. That is simple calculation. You will be able to calculate. And finally, we obtain the path of satellite as equation of leaf x square by a square plus y square by b square. So simply substitute the value of a square and b square. That is the required solution. Okay, that's enough. Now we talk about hyperbola, and I will especially state some forms of hyperbola and their different components. So I again suggest you to try to remember the result driver here. Okay. Hyperbola, first of all, definition. A hyperbola is the locus of a point which moves such that the difference of the distance from two fixed points is always a constant. Two fixed points are called foci of the hyperbola. Level diagram of hyperbola. I suggest you to pause the video and observe this picture carefully. You will see the different components of hyperbola. They are labeled here: transverse axis, conjugate axis, co-vertex, and center, asymptote, focus. All the components are here, and I hope you will be able to memorize the picture, and you will think what types of curve will be occur. Okay, these two curves represent the hyperbola in standard form and equation. Okay, for the hyperbola, x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. That is the hyperbola on this form, standard form. Okay, in this form, simply you have to remember the coordinate of center is origin, the coordinate of vertices are plus minus a comma 0, the coordinates of foci are plus minus a comma 0, and equation of directrix are x equal to plus minus a by e. Note that e is the eccentricity. On your mind, it will be occurred that how to find the value of e. For eccentricity, length of transverse axis will be 2a and conjugate axis is equal to 2b. And to compute eccentricity, use b square equal to a square times e square minus 1. Okay, then you will be find the value of e. While you are solving the problem, I suggest you to calculate eccentricity first. Then you will be able to write the coordinate of foci and equation of direction. All are depending on the eccentricity. Okay, excepting coordinate of center and vertices, all are related with the eccentricity. So I suggest to compute eccentricity or value of e at first while you solving the problem. Okay, for this case, the length of lateral sectum will be 2b square by a. Okay, some important result on hyperbola, and that is the another form of hyperbola. X square by a square minus y square by b square equal to negative 1. In this case, The coordinate of center is origin, like is previous. The coordinate of vertices are lies on y-axis. So 0, comma plus minus b. The coordinate of foci also lies on y-axis, and they are 0, comma plus minus b. And equation of directrix are y equal to plus minus b by e. Length of transfer axis is 2 times b, and conjugate axis is 2 times a. To compute eccentricity, use a square equal to b square times e square minus 1. Length of lateral stump equal to 2a square whole divided by b. Now, another form of hyperbola will be x minus h whole square by a square minus y minus k whole square by b square equal to 1. So, I suggest you to remember this component is shown on your screen to solve the problem. You will see here coordinate of center, coordinate of vertices, coordinate of foci, what will the equation of directrix, length of transfer axis, length of conjugate axis, and how to compute eccentricity, and what will the length of lateral zone. I suggest you to memorize all these components. Okay, then now we'll try to solve some problem. Find the vertices, foci, and eccentricity of the hyperbola. X square by 9 minus y square by 16 equal to 1 standard form. So comparing given equation, you will see a square equal to 9, b square equal to 16. The vertices are 8 plus minus a comma 0. So that will be plus minus 3 comma 0. And we know b square equal to a square, e square minus 1. Solving this equation, you will be able to find the value of E, that is value of eccentricity. To compute eccentricity, we will use this result, that is b square equal to a square times e square minus 1. So substituting the value of b square and a square, you will easily see that 16 equal to 9 times e square minus 1, and after evaluating, you will find that value of E will be 5 by 3. Okay. 5 by 3. Thus, eccentricity is 5 divided by 3. The foci are 8 plus minus a comma 0. So, substitute the value of a and e. You will see that will be the plus minus 5 comma 0. Okay, that completes the solution. Another problem, find the center, vertex, eccentricity, and other component. Okay, etc. throughout this equation. Okay. First of all, given equation 9x square minus 16y square minus 18x minus 64y minus 199 equal to 0. So, first of all, we make this equation is comparable with the any form of hyperbola. Okay, especially x minus s whole square by a square minus y minus k whole square by b square equal to either it may be positive 1 or negative 1. Now this can be written as taking 9 common from it, 9x square minus 18x, it will be 9 times x square minus 2x, and taking minus 16 common from minus 16y square minus 64y, it will be y square plus 4y. This is equal to 199, transferring on the right side. And now we will make this value x square minus 2x as a perfect square, and another value y square plus 4y is a perfect square. For this, 9 times x square minus 2x plus 9 minus 16y square plus 4y plus 4. Into making perfect square, in this you add the value 9. It's here 1 into 9 9. So another side you will add 9, and to make perfect square in the same another part you added 4 here, that means minus 16 into 4, that is negative 64. So on the right side you will write minus 64, and finally it will be the 9 times x minus 1 whole square minus 16 times y minus 2 whole square equal to 144. When dividing all parts by 144, it will be x minus 1 whole square by 16 minus y plus 2 whole square by 9 equal to 1. So value of a square is 16, b square is 9. So value of a is 4, b is 3. Now comparing, you will see we obtain s equal to 1, k equal to minus 2, a square equal to 16, b square equal to 9, and a equal to 4, b equal to 3. If you have remembered all the components of hyperbola in this case, then substituting the value you will be able to write different form. Okay, now coordinate of center will be s k, so simply substitute the value of s and k, and coordinate of vertices s plus minus a comma k, that will be this, that is I minus 2 and minus 3 minus 2, and we know To compute it simply, b square equal to a square times e square minus 1, substitute the value of b square and a square, and evaluating you will find value of e is 5 by 4. And thus eccentricity is e equal to 5 by 4, and the coordinate of the first are yes plus minus a comma k. Simply substitute the value, you have value of yes k a and e, and you will get your answer. And equation of directrix are given by x equal to x plus minus a by e, that simply substitute the value, that is x equal to 5 plus minus 16 whole divided by 5 is the equation of directrix. You may write it in the same form, or you may write it two equations separately on your choice. Okay, length of lateral rectum, simply substitute the value and you will get the 9 by 2. And length of transverse axis 2 times a, that is 8. Length of conjugate axis, that is 2 times b, that is 6. This completes the solution. Okay, and at the end of this video you will see the practice question. Now we turn to another section, translation of axis. Okay, the coordinates of a point or the equation of a curve are given with reference to any two axes of coordinates in the plane. The coordinates of the same point or the equation of the same curve can also be obtained with reference to two other axes in the same plane. This process is called the transformation of coordinates. Okay, some methods of translation of axes are change of origin without changing the directions of axis, rotation of axis without changing the origin, and change of origin and rotation of axis. In this video, I will talk only about these three formats throughout the according to syllabus of BIT program. Okay, change of origin without changing the direction of axis. For this, we will sketch the picture as shown on your screen. First of all, I suggest you to draw this type of picture. Originally, p x y is the original coordinate and p x prime y prime is the after the change the direction of axis. Okay, for this purpose, okay, sorry, change of direction is not here, change of origin. Okay, that is the first case. We will change simply origin. Okay, first for the axis x axis and y axis, o is the origin and x prime and y prime is the another axis, and at that time o prime is the changing the origin, that is transformation of origin. Okay, throughout this, let xy be the coordinate of p, refer to ox and oy as axis. Let O be shifted to the new origin O prime. In this figure, you will see here O prime, O is shifted to O prime, and whose coordinate is k. Whose coordinate are k. And draw rectangular axis O prime x prime and O prime y prime parallel to Ox and y respectively. You will see on figure, that is Ox prime and Oy prime. Okay, I suggest you to first of all sketch this picture on your copy, then go throughout the video description. Okay, and rectangular axis, that is the explanation of this previous figure. And further, let x prime y prime be the coordinate of p, refer to x prime O prime x prime and O prime y prime. Draw PB perpendicular to OX, meeting OX and O prime x prime at B and C respectively. Let O prime A perpendicular to OX, then x equal to OB equal to AB plus OA equal to x prime plus x, and y equal to PB equal to PC plus CB equal to y prime plus k. Thus, we obtain transformation equation as x equal to x prime plus s and y equal to y prime plus k. I suggest you to memorize this relation, x equal to x prime plus s and y equal to y prime plus k in the case of transformation of origin without rotating the axis. And second form, rotation of axis without changing the origin. In this form, let OX and OY be the original set of axes and let XY be the coordinate of a point P with respect to OX and OY. Then draw this type of picture first of all, then follow the direction as shown in this upcoming section of this video. Okay, let OX prime and OY prime be the new axis inclined at an angle theta. Note there is a theta, that means x ox is rotated to angle by angle theta, and similarly y is rotated to angle theta. Here is the angle also. If you note that angle y o y prime is also a theta. In this case, what will be the transformation, or what will be the formula of translation for this? Through P, draw PM and PM perpendicular to OX and OX prime respectively. Here is not figure shown. So first of all, I suggest you draw this picture, pause this video, draw this picture on your copy clearly, then see the explanation. Okay, is on your screen. And also through N, draw NL and NR perpendicular to PM and OX respectively. Then the coordinate F is the OM equal to OR minus MR equal to OR minus ALN equal to ON cos theta minus PN sin theta using the triangle. Then value of X will be X prime cos theta minus Y prime sin theta. And again y equal to MP, that is ML plus LP plus RN plus LP plus ON sin theta plus PN cos theta. So y will be x prime sin theta plus y prime cos theta. To understand this derivation on this screen, you must draw the picture on previous screen. Okay, once again draw this picture and write on your copy, then come on this screen and you will easily understood how it is evaluated. And I suggest, thus we have the transformation formula x equal to x prime cos theta minus y prime sin theta and y equal to x prime sin theta plus y prime cos theta. I suggest you to memorize this result. Okay, chain of origin and rotation of axis figure will be look like. Without any explanation, I will simply state here, if the origin is shifted to SK and the axes are rotated through an angle of theta, then by the previous two results we can obtain the transform formula S. Okay, detailed division is left in as exercise, and I will simply state here formula x equal to x prime cos theta minus y prime sin theta plus S, and value of y equal to x prime sin theta plus y prime cos theta plus K. Okay, I suggest here two derivation are already done and third one is left in the exercise. Throughout these two you will be able to solve this. Try it once again. If you feel you need textbook, you may also consult with your textbook. Okay, now we'll try to solve some problem. Okay, transform the equation x square minus 6x minus 4y plus 1 equal to 0 by a proper translation of x, then draw its graph. Proper translation of x's. Okay, so for this the given equation is x square minus 6x minus 4y plus 1 equal to 0. Nothing is mentioned. We have to choose proper translation. That means we will simplify this equation. It seems the equation of parabola, after calculating, you will be rewritten as the given equation is x minus 3 whole square equal to 4 times y plus 2. And now for proper translation we have to choose which ourselves. So choose x minus 3 equal to x prime and y plus 2 equal to y prime. Then it will be the equation reduced to the standard form. This equation x minus 3 whole square equal to 4 y plus 2 will be rewritten as the standard form x prime whole square equal to 4 y primes. That is the standard form of parabola whose axis is y axis. Okay, which is the parabola related to the new axis x prime y prime as shown in figure. Okay, you may write a different component using the what will be the focus of this parabola and vortex. Throughout the previous or the starting of this video we talk about a parabola. Throughout this section you will be clearly able to draw this type of picture. Okay, now transform the equation x square plus 4xy plus y square plus 2x equal to by rotating the axis through an angle of 45 degrees. That means we have to choose angle of rotation, that is theta equal to 45 degree. And what will be the formula? Okay, given equation x square plus 4xy plus y square plus 2x equal to 12. We have to transform this equation by rotating the axis through an angle theta equal to 45 degree. we know transformation formula x equal to x prime cos theta minus y prime sin theta and y equal to x prime sin theta plus y prime cos theta. Throughout this formula, simply put the value of theta equal to 45, that is x prime cos 45 minus y prime sin 45, that is value of x, and value of y will be x prime sin 45 plus y prime sin 45. So you will see that you will obtain the value of x is 1 by root 2 x prime times x prime minus y prime, and another value of y will be in this form. So substitute the value of x is this value on the equation and y is this. Then the equation, now substituting the value of x and y on the given equation and simplifying, you will obtain a required result is 3 times x prime square minus y prime square plus square root 2 times x prime minus y prime minus 2 will equal to 0. That is the simplest task. Simply you have to know this formula and substitute the value of theta is 45, that is value of cos 45 by 1 by root 2, and sin 45 is same as 1 by root 2. So substituting this value, what will be the value of x? X will be this and y will be another value. Okay, substituting this value on the given equation, you will get the required solution. Now, equation of a conic in polar coordinates. What will be the equation of conic in polar coordinates? Remember, in the unit 1, we talk, okay, coordinate system, we talk about a rectangular coordinate system, polar coordinate system, and spherical and cylindrical coordinate system too. Okay, so here is the case only for polar coordinates. So, okay, equation of a conic in polar coordinates. Let's see, equation of conic in polar coordinates. Sorry, in is written two types here. Okay, omit is simply read equation of conic in polar coordinates. Okay, let S be the initial line. What is the definition of conic? There will be one fixed point. Yes, that is focus, fixed line, that is directrix. Okay, so let x be the initial line, the focus is in the pole, and r theta the polar coordinate of a point P. Let dl be the directrix. D equal to, consider point of the will be minus 2p comma 0. You may write p also, for our simplicity we write minus 2 times p. Okay, and let E be the eccentricity of the conic. By definition of a conic, we must have Ps by Pr equal to constant value. So we have Sp by Rp equal to E, that is constant value is denoted by E called eccentricity. Consider equation 1. Throughout this equation, what will be the value of absolute Sp, that is distance will be always written in absolute form. What will be the value of distance of Sp, that is R. Okay, Sp equal to R and Rp equal to dm, that is R cos theta plus 2p throughout this figure. Okay, now thus from equation we have simply substitute the value of Sp equal to R, Rp equal to R cos theta plus 2p. That will be R by R cos theta plus 2p equal to E. After solving for R, you will get resulted R equal to 2p by 1 minus E cos theta. That is the equation of conic in polar coordinates. Okay, which is the polar equation of the conics. In general, you may write general equation of polar coordinate R equal to 2pe by 1 plus minus E cos theta sometimes. Okay, the sign will depends upon your choosing points. Okay, now equation of conic in polar coordinates. For a conic with a focus at the origin, if the directrix is x equal to positive negative 2p, where p is a positive real number and the eccentricity is a positive real number E, the conic has a polar equation R equal to 2pe by 1 plus minus E cos theta. Note that E is the eccentricity and 2p is the distance from the vertex to the directrix. Okay, now for a conic with a focus at the origin, if the directrix is y equal to plus minus 2p, where p is a positive real number and the eccentric is a positive number E, the conic has a polar equation R equal to 2p by 1 plus minus E sin theta. Okay, these are the in general standard form. Now, for the equation r equal to 6 by 3 plus 2 sin theta, identify the conic with focus at the origin, the directrix and the eccentricity. That is, this represents the conic. So we have to find the different component, focus, directrix and eccentricity. To find this, first of all, we have to show that what types of conic it will be. Parabola, ellipse or hyperbola. For this purpose, okay, given equation r equal to 6 divided by 3 plus 2 sin theta, dividing the numerator and denominator by 3, this equation reduced into standard form is r equal to 2 by 1 plus 2 by 3 sin theta. So what is the value of e? Compare it with r equal to 2pe by 1 plus minus e sin theta. That means because sin theta is in the denominator, the directrix is y equal to 2p. Comparing to standard form, we get e equal to 2 by 3 from the numerator, 2pe equal to 2. This will give 2p times 2 by 3, that is value of e, substituting 2p equal to 2. So 2p equal to, exactly what will be the value of 2p is 3. Okay, what is the value of 2p? The value of 2p will be 3. Since eccentricity is less than 1, the conic is an ellipse. It is clear from that value of e is 2 by 3, e is less than 1, the conic is an ellipse. And the eccentricity is equal to 2 by 3. And the directrix is y equal to 3. That is y equal to 3. And this completes our solution. Okay, we talked about the equation of a conic in polar coordinate, and always think this Kyoto. Math may not teach us how to add, log or subtract it, but it gives us hope that every problem has a solution. Who wrote this? I don't know. I found it in journal, and I suggest you what we math teach us is make us, if there is a problem, there also exists a solution. Okay, things. Now begin self exercise. I suggest you at this session for self exercise, these are the questions related to parabola. Okay, take a screenshot or pause the video, write this question on your copy and practice. Okay, if you feel any problem, then you may consult with me or your teacher or your textbook or other expert also. Okay, so I frequently move my slides here, and if you need to practice, you pause the video, then try to solve the problem. Okay, or other copy the problem on your copy, then try to solve. Okay, self exercise 2 also on the parabola, and self exercise 3, that is the problem also relating to parabola. You may take screenshot for your easy purpose. Okay, for ellipse, these are the problem. I suggest you to practice those problems throughout the ellipse. And another exercise, self exercise 6, also continuing ellipse. Exercise 7, hyperbola. Exercise 8, also hyperbola. Exercise 9, also hyperbola. Exercise 10, translation of axis, probability to translation of axis. And exercise 11, equation of a conic in polar coordinate. These are the problem you have to solve. If you need this problem, you may simply write email to me, then I will send you a PDF format of those problem and other extra problem. Other problems are also available with me throughout the different sources, and otherwise you may practice the question throughout your textbook. Okay, if you feel, if you have any queries regarding to this material content, or you need any help on this content, please feel free to contact me at any time throughout the email math.gmail.com. That is my personal email, Gmail ID, or that is my cell phone number, or you may write me message on my Facebook. Okay, but Facebook I will provide you answer on typically after 1 or 2 days, but you may also use this cell phone number to connect me via Viber. If you send me any of your proof on my Viber, then I will typically within 1 or 2 hours I will be replying you. Okay, and further I suggest you to use this book, Yes Shastri Engineering Mathematics Volume 1, PSI publication, New Delhi, 2007, 4th edition is your textbook. And you may also use the BC Bhattacharya ETL Basic Mathematics, Sukunda publication, Kathmandu for your reference book. And I would like to thank Yasashri providing such wonderful books. The books written by Yasashri is such a wonderful books for engineering student or IT student. So I suggest you to buy this book, and or you may took this book throughout the library on your college and practice throughout this book. And I on as a syllabus, this is the recommended to use your mm, textbook on our university. Okay, now thank you for watching this entire video, and best of luck to all of my students on upcoming examination. And I hope and I wish your bright future, success future on your career of IT. Okay, thank you.